Make sure that it's working. Don't know. Let me know if it's working. Oh, let the nightmare continue. I'm telling you. Is it working? According to this, it's working. But that could mean absolutely nothing. Okay, you hear me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now that we've got all that crap working, good Lord, I'm telling you. Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing all right. It's a nightmare here. It's been that way all day, and it just doesn't seem to be getting any better. But I promised to do a follow up on the miniature. Give some better lighting, maybe that might work a little better, maybe, so you guys can see the finished product of the house that was being put together. And there it is, Chateau Cassel. I put some added touches to it just to make it look a little better. This one, I was going to film the wiring. All right, actually, first let me say hello to everybody. I'm sorry, guys. My head is just all over the place tonight. It's been a rough afternoon. I've got some personal crap going on, and it's kind of like consuming me. But I wanted to do this to get my mind off of it. Hey, Al, how's it going, Al? How's it going, Bill? Big Bill's in the house. William, hello, hello. Hi, Tom. How's it going? And Miss Leanne, you are a treasure. You really are. And I thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I'm probably going to butcher this because it's the first time I've seen you in here, and I welcome you 100%. Kirawan7? Am I saying like totally butchering that? I'm going to call you Kay. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Simon. How are you? How are you, dear? I hope everybody's well. Thanks for coming in. Hey, there's Miss Cynthia. How's it going? She's having a few drinks and watching the game. That's right. Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. My mind's not even on any of that stuff. It's on overload. And oh God. Just crash and burn. Crash and burn. That's what's going on. But I hope everybody's doing well. And thanks, guys, for hanging out. That's right. Football, right? So I don't expect a bunch of people showing up because of the football thing. Hi, Miss Pinky. How's it going? So I've got my coffee. I've got you guys. And we've got a miniature. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. And like I said, I was going to film the wiring and the soldering of the wiring today. Good thing I didn't. It was a nightmare. Part of my nightmare today. Oh my God! It's just I don't know. I had a couple of wires that weren't functioning correctly. And it was apparently the diodes in the wiring unit were backwards. Let's back that up a little bit. Let a better focus when I back it up. You got it. Others call me Kai for ease. But I did say it right. All right. But Kai it is. Yeah, sometimes when you get anybody that deals with wiring is going to notice that, sometimes that the diodes on smaller units, when they fabricate them, sometimes they're backwards. And when I went to go do the soldering on this, I had the piano section, my tower back here. You can't see that all that far away. The tower section with the spiral staircase here wasn't lit up. And and this here, the dome section right up here wasn't lit up. I had 3 lights that weren't functioning. And I'm like, all right, what the flippin' A, right? Hey, fantastic. I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Sherry, how's it going? I know, and I apologize to Joan and all the other girls. I couldn't make the live. My life was falling apart at the moment, and that was a little more important. And hopefully, I can make it up to her at some other point. But I tried to pop in on and off, and it looks like they were having fun. So I'm glad that was great. I'm so happy that I walked into the door and Laura is live. Woo, yeah. I figured to get my mind off my troubles. So anyway, like I said, the electrodes, the diodes on the wires were backwards, manufactured backwards. So, and of course, I had to find that out wire by wire. I've been asleep, so I feel a bit better. Oh, good, good. Get caught up on that rest. I know how that was. It was terrible. This morning I was trying to pay attention and I was falling asleep at the desk. So yeah, I ended up passing out at some point. So wire by wire, I had to go through all of these and find out which ones were backwards. And then once I figured that out, I could solder them all together and make it work. And it does work. And I'm going to show you. If I can get there it is. We have lights. And I'm going to shut this light off so you can see. There it is. It is all lit up. And it's stinking cute or what? It's well worth the ass ache. It really is. Excuse me. And then we'll show you the other side there. So it's nice because then you could see in there the tower back there. You can see all the stairs and everything. And there's Jimmy's piano. Everything's all lit up. It looks great. So well worth the aggravation and the time put into it. And you could see each, and this was the extra piece that I added. Remember I told you that it looked like I had to put a paper design inside of it. It looked reminded me of a Chinese lantern. And they didn't give me directions to light it up. So I said, well, I'm going to add a light to it. So all I had to do was just drill a hole through the foundation, run the wires through the base of the foundation towards the back, and now it lights up. That's what's nice about these. You can customize them and do what you want to make it your own personal little beauty. And then, of course, I added some greenery, because what's a castle without a little bit of vinage going on, right? Looking good. I wouldn't have had the patience. I tell you, hi, Carla, sweetie. How's it going? I'll tell you. Oh, Sarah. Wait till you see what's coming up next, Sarah. I was a little pissed off because I'm thinking I went through all this wiring. It's not working. Thank God my father lives downstairs, who's an electronic wizard. I had to bring it downstairs and say, okay, explain to me what's going on. Why is this not working? So he helped me figure it out. And we got it working, and it is perfect now. All lit up and all ready to rock and roll. It is. The picture, the camera doesn't do it any justice. It really doesn't. I really love the way it came out. Actually, I didn't think of it at the time, but I probably should have added like a little light up at the top here where the dove is in the little spot up there. That would have been so cute if it lit up too. But you could always add to it. That's the beauty of this. A little harder now because I would have to run it through the entire unit to get to the back, but there's a challenge. Why not? So that is the one that we were working on, and it is complete. Oh, thank you, Carla. I'm sipping on my coffee. It should probably be alcohol. Today was a day I could have used some alcohol. It's I love the lights. I love how it shows up. It's worth all the time and the effort. So cute, cute, cute. Stuff that I'm going through now, going through a bit of a crisis at the moment here at the household. So I might have to sell the miniatures to try to make some money. We're going through a financial difficulty right now. Now win Powerball and build at full scale. Oh, don't I wish? Don't I wish? That would be so awesome. But yeah, I might have to put them on the selling block because we're going through a little bit of a hard time. And but tomorrow's another day, right? So we shut that off. Now, in the meantime, I was working on another little project, which I will bring out and show you. This one I was doing in the background. And this one is called House Magic City. So this is the one I was doing in the background. House Magic City. Should have been House of Patience, is what it should have been. Because this one was a bit of a challenge. And there it is, all in its. I always wanted to live in an old funeral parlor. Yeah, you got opportunities here. We had a few of them that were for sale. My husband wouldn't do it. He's like, no way. But there you can see all the little details, all of the little gadgets here and there, all the little kitties sitting around. And of course, I added extra things like the potted plants and stuff weren't required, but I added them because I thought it gave it a little bit of charm. The same thing with the vine, added that as well. Also painted a lot of gold in certain spots just to brighten things up. Here is a side view of it. There, look at the window with all the stuff in it. Isn't that just freaking cool? And this one had a different catch to it. We're going to turn it this way. And then you're going to see it has windows in that bathroom. So this is like too cool. Love bungalows and old Victorians. I've always wanted to live in an old Victorian. And then also this one, actually I was discussing this with Bill. The design that they had on this house, the top of it, this little balcony area here at the top, had a big hole in it. And I'm thinking, okay, I know it's supposed to be kind of like maybe skylight type of a deal thing, but I didn't even think of customizing it as you make. Yeah, you could do whatever you want to, and I always try to do that. I think, well, gee, let me add this, let me add that. There's a lot of things on here I added that weren't required, just to make it a little more. I don't know, just a little more. Okay, so this one had a gaping hole at the top. I'm going to tilt it to show. It was a big, wide open hole. I think, well, that's kind of stupid. So I had this giant gemstone, as you can see, and I added it to it to give it a little bit of spooky flair. You know what I mean? Mr. Prism, welcome, welcome. So, and then I've got this one all wired up and ready to rock and roll. And we're going to turn it on for you, for everybody to see. And there is the lights on that one. There she is, guys. All lit up. They are so cute. They really are. All the rooms lit up in its glory. That's the fun part. So when you put them on your shelves and you've got them sitting there. Now here it's kind of like a glare because you're getting a direct light glare, from the lens. But when it's on the shelf, it has just this warm glow to it. So it makes you want to, shrink down to like 4 inches so you can go walking through and see all the rooms. It really is fun. And there's the bathroom all lit up. You can see it through that window. Such a good time. But that's what's been going on in the miniature shop. Let me get caught up. Let's see. Check out Rob's Paranormal Store. Yep, some new stuff. Thanks, Pinky. There's new stuff in the merch shop. The Hag's in the shop, guys. Go check out the Hag. Get your Hag. Hag shirt, Hag coffee cup. I finally got the sweatshirt to work. So we also got the hoodie, the Hag hoodie. The Hag hoodie. Is that funny or what? So yeah, if you guys want to go check that out as well. I didn't expect all of you guys seeing that. A lot of people love watching football. Football's not my thing, so. But yeah, customizing these are great. They really are. Um, does the clock work? No, unfortunately. I did want to make them uh, working clocks because the first one I did also had a clock. There isn't room for the clock mechanism. That's the part that stinks because I've done it before, made custom made clocks, and you can buy the parts, but the problem is the space that's in there is big enough for the furniture that they give you to put in there. So the only way I can make it where the clock would, and then they access the back of it to put in the battery. You wouldn't be able to get your finger in there and change out the battery. So that's the part that stinks about that because I did want the clock to be working. Is that the wires over here? Oh, no, it's all vine stuff growing all over that cottage. This one, yeah, this one had some F-bombs thrown at it too, because there was a couple of things that really I wasn't too happy with, but I worked through it. That's when you got to step away and say, okay, instead of smashing it with a hammer, count to 10 and come back. So even though I added the gemstone to the top, the light comes very faintly. I wish it would have shined out more, but it still looks really cool with the big stone instead of just this big hole in the middle. I don't know. Like I said, and I was discussing it actually with Bill. I was showing him, and I says, you know, if I had something like a dome, like he said, if I could find like a clear dome, that would be awesome. But I didn't have anything. And of course, being an ex-jewelry maker, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I got these giant gemstones. I'm going to put that on there and see how it looks. And it looks really cool. It just gives it a lot of character. And it just makes it a little more personal. So those are the two houses. That's how I make my music. Just cursing it until it works. Yeah, I know. Well, you'll be working on one thing, and then you look, and you're like, "What the hell happened?" Something gets popped off or broken, and you're like, "What?" It's because your finger. You don't know. You didn't realize. You put your finger through it or whatever. So then you've got to repair that, and it has to be perfect because you don't want anybody to know that you had to repair it. But that's part of all the evils of doing miniatures. But it's pretty cool. I do have my eye on another set that I was thinking about getting, but I'm going to have to wait for a while because of what's going on here at home. Or until, my son or somebody else buys me one as a gift. I've got my eye on a couple of them, but we do have the Flying Dutchman. I have that. It did come in the mail. And I'm going to push this off into the background so you could see. I did show you the box. This is one of the tools I'm going to have to use. And actually, all it calls for is two different tools. Those nippers and, of course, rounded pliers with wire cutter. This is what I'm going to use to curl the metal. It's a metal model that I'll be putting together, and we're going to be starting that soon. First, I think I showed you guys the box, but that's what it looks like. This is the fun. Hello, Susan. Welcome. Look at the fun. I know I'm insane, right? Because look how skinny that box is. Because this is the complete model. That's it, guys. The complete model. And those are the pieces. These little tiny metal pieces. This is what we're going to be putting together. I opened that and I said, oh, what did I get myself into? This is going to be a first time. I've never done a metal miniature. It looks so cool. It really does. And I was showing my father today because I had to go down and get his nippers because I didn't have any. I couldn't find mine. But look, these are the instructions. This is the fun, or if you'd like to say, the madness. And there are 7 sheets of these directions. So either I'm just insane or I've just got big balls and I'm ready to go. Excuse me. But I'm excited about this one. And I'm going to try to film as much as I can of it so you guys can be a part of every step to the best of my ability. And also, you heard me talk about how I wanted to try to customize this. To get as close, I mean, it's cool. The black is cool. If the whole thing, I mean, because I know a lot of it here is showing in like a brown or bronze tone. I might have to paint that because I want it to be, like the Flying Dutchman. And then, of course, the sails are all in just black. This is all metal. And what I was thinking of doing was, you heard me talking about it, was aging some linen and actually covering these sails with the aged and weathered linen. So, I don't know, just to make it look a little more authentic. We'll see as we go along. Because that's something that we could always add to it later or as we go on. But yeah, this is the next project. The whole ship is in this little bag. So good times. I know you're excited. Oh, that needed to be clipped. That was great. Iron the white jacket that ties in the back. Come on. Do you really think I'm that? No, I know. Come on, guys. Are you telling me you're not? You don't find this fascinating? I mean, look at this. This is insane. Oh, here we go. Look at that. All of those. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely. Oh my God. Look at that. I'm not going to start it until I have another light that I'm hooking up, magnifying light. I'm going to need it because I can't see shit as it is. So yeah, my father is rigging it up so it attaches to my table. And I'll have it right over my face and so I can see the instructions for one. And then see the small pieces to put them together. Because you have to be very careful, what they said, when you're clipping out the pieces. I posted the clip on your Discord the way you said, look at these instructions. Oh, okay, thanks a lot. But when you have to, that's what the little nippers are for, because you have to, if I point it out, the way they're attached, it's like little tiny attachments that you have to clip away because you can't also, there's a tab there, a little tiny tab that you can't clip off because that's how you attach everything together. There's no glue. This is all attached in metal tabs. So yeah. So Leanne says, we love you, but you're insane. All right, I'm insane. Come on. Especially when it's all together. It's gonna be awesome. It's definitely gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a challenge. Like I said, I've never put together one of those before. So that's the challenge. And I'm always up for a really good challenge. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, it is. It's going to be cool. And you see that, it's just all black. So I was thinking if we add the linen sails to it, and then of course, some like greenery for like algae and all of that along the hull and miniature little skeletons. Yeah. And maybe a plank in honor of Sarah. We'll put that on there. It's freaking hilarious. Could it be soldered if something breaks off? I believe so, yes. So yeah, it's metal. It should be able, we should be able to solder it. So it's, oh my God, but I don't have to do that. So this is going to be very delicate and time consuming. According to this, they say it takes 10 hours to put together. Okay, so is it 10 hours straight time or 10 hours gradual time? I mean, come on. And seeing it's my first metal, it's going to be there must be a plank. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. There's a space over here somewhere, so maybe we can. I'll have to come up, and of course, there's gonna be like pieces left over, so we're gonna have to fashion and make our own plank. Seeing it's all metal, or I could just figure maybe no, it has to be the metal because it's got to blend in. I'll figure it out. The sky's the limit. That's the beauty of putting stuff like this together. Even with the regular miniatures here, that's the beauty of it because you could do what you don't have to follow the directions. I mean, as far as your base construction, yes, but you could put the furniture anywhere you want. You could paint it any color you want. You could put any kind of material you want on it. If you really wanted to go far out, like I do with the larger scale ones, you could actually get brick and make this all real brick and stone. I've done that. Hi, Ozzy. How's it going? Um, that's what I did with the large dollhouses. I was a lot of stone and tile, and I did hardwood flooring. And eventually, I will bring that upstairs. Hey, John. Hey, John. How's it going? Just got home back from me. Oh, I hope you had a good time. Glad you had a safe journey home, Joe. You're probably tired. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's okay, Susan. This was last minute. I had a really crap day today. I've just got a lot of shit going on, and I needed a little cheering up myself. So, hey, Mark, wonderful, wonderful. Time goes fast, doesn't it? Well, let's give Mark a thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate everything. So yeah, it's just been a little rough around here. Just to let you guys know, and you don't have to, guys. If you want to, I would appreciate it. But I did have to start a GoFundMe. That's the kind of seriousness that's going on right at the moment. So if you can, I would appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. I get it. Everybody's struggling, um, but I'm pretty much at my wits' end. So I gotta try anything. Just as I'm a little tired, but I'm ready to review the Ed and Lorraine or along with their museum footage. Yes, well, I'm looking forward to it too. It'll be awesome. So it's out there. So just, that I say, hey Ace, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Enough of the pity party. Let's just enjoy a little chat. And of course, we got the morning brew in the morning. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's still freezing here. And so thank God I've got things to keep me busy inside. Boy, my voice is shot. I'm sounding really shaky. I don't know. And I'm sorry I missed your live stream, Ace. I missed a lot today. It was just I was consumed today with some personal shit. And I figured I promised, to make, because I didn't get to do this last weekend. Excuse me, last weekend with the lighting of the other house. So I had to come in here and make this up. So, and then you get the bonus house. This is the bonus house. That's the one I was doing in the sneak. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Leanne is the best. She really is. I truly, truly appreciate it. All the support. Oh, thanks, Ace. Yeah, I just. Oh, thank you. I could use big hugs right now. I think we all can. Everybody, just a giant group hug. You know, it's New Year. I thought things things just don't work out. I don't know. It'll get better. It'll get better. It was ridiculously cold in Connecticut, minus 15, snow like 60 miles. Oh my God. Did you bring your thermal bloomers? Holy crap. Talk about having icy cheeks. Damn, Joe. The sacrifices that you make. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Thank you. And all the hugs. I appreciate it. I really do, guys. It's, you get to, well, like I said, I didn't want to, no pity party, whatever. See, I don't normally tell people my personal business, but then when you get to a point where, you've got nothing else to lose, what else are you going to do? We all go through shit. So, but this is a place to forget all that stuff. The groundhog froze his ball. Yeah. He froze him to the ground. I still say we shoot the little beggar and and make stew. Hey, Jethro, how are you? Oh, I love you too, Carla. Ooh, Carla you want a yeehaw or you want? No, we're gonna give Carla because she. Hello, Sugar Daddy Wayne. Thank you. Wayne, just prayers and support. That's all I can ask for. There's just, when you have days where you just don't want to continue, this is one of those days. I'm not a weak woman, but there's just some days you just run out of strength. So, and you guys just amaze me. You really do. So, and man, I'm telling you, this cold, my hands are killing me. They're all swelled up again. I do it to myself, which I do. I just finished making pork and chicken stew. I bagged it up and froze it. It makes a great meal. Oh, yummo. Actually, I made beef stew today too, and it come out fantastic. The dog liked it too. It's okay to ask for help. Well, you know me, Carla. I don't do that. But me doing it, it's pretty bad when I'm doing it. Because I don't like to ask for that stuff. I get one of those days every month. Yeah. Well, everybody goes through depression and all of that at one point or another. But I figure, this is a new year. It started off great. My husband got a contract that's going to last until the end of the until next year. But we got hit with this cold blast of weather, and then he got hurt, and so I'm thinking, oh, well, you got to be kidding me. And the creditors don't care what your problems are. So, Laura, you have my thoughts and my blessings all tied up in cotton wool. Oh, geez, yes. And a big snuggly hug, too. And a big snuggly hug. I'll take it. I've also been dog sitting upstairs, Chihuahua. There was more stew, but couldn't resist cute doggy. Oh, I know my dog was like, oh, the wine. I'm like, yeah. Laura, you work hard for your family, your chance. I do that because I can't get a regular job. That's the thing that ticks me off. When you get old, you're all busted up. Nobody wants to hire you. So this is what I do. And, it's not guaranteed, put it that way. I wish I could come home. Oh, Pinky. Well, you're supposed to pick me up and bring me over to where the summer is, Pinky. I'm still waiting for the dragon. It got too cold waiting up on the roof. I had nothing to do but snuggles all day. This is the first time Betty White ate in my lap. Oh, maybe you need to put a stripper pole in one of these miniatures. I don't know. I don't think it'll go with the decor. I'd have to get a more modern themed house. But right now I'm just attracted to the spooky castles and the magic stuff, and my plan was to actually put them on shelves, but I might have to put them up for sale. Now Chihuahuas is upstairs. The owner just texted me, farts 12 dead birds. Well, Sam's not my problem, your dog. They should be grateful that you fed him. That's how they got to look at it. Be grateful that the dog got to eat. Wayne's got them lightning fingers. Thanks for sharing this stuff out, guys. I appreciate it. I still say my dog doesn't fart. She has not done it. She burps like, a trucker. I told you that, but oh, thank you so much, Cynthia. Let's see. Well, the drinks are cold and the game is hot. I do like rum better with company. Y'all have a good night. No, I'm not driving. I'm walking. Okay, good. So enjoy. And here, this is for you, sweetie. Yay, you rock. I texted back, dog got jet propulsion. The poor dog's flying through the air. The air has to go somewhere. That's right. Oh, and I didn't forget to message you, Pinky. I will. I haven't gotten to it yet. About my idea. Have fun and thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Like I said, I forgot about the football thing, and because we don't watch football here. Well, I know it's bad. Never did. All my uncles were into the football thing. I used to like to play football. Never liked to watch it. And my dad, we're all outdoorsmen. We're fishing, hunting, hiking, boating, that kind of thing. Never sat home and watched football and all that stuff. Dog 1, human no 0. Yeah, that's right. I can't seem to share Mr. Prism's channel. Any other mod be able to do so? Oh, okay, that's weird. Yes, Wayne's got a new video out, guys. I haven't checked it out yet. Sir Wayne, I will later. Because I don't watch it either. Yeah, we never did. My uncles all go bananas over it. And when Joseph was in school, they wanted him to play so bad because Joseph's a big dude, and my son had he goes, I don't want to play that. Joseph likes camping and fishing, and because that's what he grew up with. And my son likes the RC cars and the boats and stuff. He's all into that, and he makes his own custom cars and stuff. So that's the stuff he likes. Good news, Mama's back from the hospital. Oh, wonderful. Ace says, I watch YouTube and Facebook only. Yeah, I don't watch regular television either. I always look for a great like documentary or somebody building something or camping. I know I love the outdoors. I love sleeping outdoors. I love camping. And nothing better than cooking outdoors. Cooking on a wood fire. Oh Jesus. That's when the food's good. Good show the other night there. Susan and Pinky. Oh, yeah, you'd love camping here, Carla. You really would. It is so great. Fun. Hello, hello. Welcome. As soon as April hits here, we open up the camper, get it rocking and rolling. And oh my God, I just can't wait to get up there. And even though we haven't used the camper in a couple of years, because my friend, she lets us use her lake house, but that's still just as fun. First thing in the morning, going out on the patio and listening to the balloons and on the water, and oh my God, watching the fog, roll across. It's just really cool. It really is. Leah says, I watch too much creepypasta to go camping anymore. You got to get out there. Hello, James. How are you? I saw Mr. Vitale in here earlier. He's probably rubbing his cheeks together to warm up from that frigid weather that he endured. Laura, when and if you do watch it, make sure you have tissues ready. Oh, you're going to make me cry, Wayne. I've already done enough crying today. But I don't know. At least I'd be crying for something else, right? That's why my voice is all screwed up. Just stressed out. I'm done. No lack there. It was just a little harder to share. I'm trying to turn this back on. I can't reach the button. Oh, there we go. Ace is serving up coffee. We'll take it. Mine's getting cold. What the heck and hey, man? I promise I can't. There it is. I wanted to turn the lights on. There, so now you gotta see with the lighting on there. Well, let's see. I actually got a message from someone who told me there's a TV show that wants to do segments of my ghost story for when I used to live in the house. The next town over. I'm not sure I want to. Oh, well, I mean, it's a great opportunity, Simon. It's cool. I'd do it. I would do it. Why not? Thank you, Susan. That's so pretty with the light. Yeah, it is so cute. Of course, you see better when I shut the other light off. We can sit in the dark and just look at the light. See? Ooh. Look at all the lights. Yay. I would look into it, Simon. Check it out. See if it's something that, you might be surprised. You might want to do it. Might want to do it. I'll have to check out. What did you do? Wander around town again today? Hey, Tim. Ace, did you wander? We'll have to go check out Ace's. I missed a live. I missed a couple of lives that I was supposed to hang out with, and I didn't. And I still feel bad about missing. I was supposed to be a part of Joan's show, and I couldn't do it. Everything seems to hit, the most inconvenient times. Yes, hit that thumbs up. I used to accidentally super glue my fingers to my eyelids when making models. Oh, James. Oh, my God. Well, I was thinking yes, because with the Flying Dutchman, no glue. I'm thinking, all right, but how does this go together? And then when I opened it up, and you have to use all these little metal tabs, I'm thinking, oh God. But I'm not gonna knock it because it might be super easy. But the problem is that with the arthritis and stuff, I have a hard time holding on to pliers. So it's gonna take a lot of patience. A lot of patience. James, I glued my mouth shut once. Oh my God, Leanne. Oh my God. Well, the eye is just as bad. You don't need love it. It's super glue. Yeah, it works great on flesh. Doesn't work so great on other things. Hopefully, I will see everyone tomorrow morning. Brew, take care. Oh, Susan's off to bed already. 8 o'clock. Susan's off to bed. Fawn says, I'm sorry I keep missing your live stream in the morning. I would be sleeping. That's okay. You just catch the rewatch, or if we're still on, you pop in then. I get it. I get it. There's a lot of times where I want to make something. And, well, if people go on late, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to try. And oh, God. I start watching it. It's just I end up passing out. And then I wake up, with the phone in hand and my glasses still on my face. And the show's over. Morning Brew is a lot of fun every time. Oh, I'm glad everybody enjoys it. Super glue is too good, especially when you scratch yourself. You have to be careful where you're scratching. You might be gluing something that you don't want glued. And then if you can't get it off, you got to go to the hospital and explain how that happened. Well, Doc, you see. Oh my God. It was kind of like this. We'll turn the light back on. It was kind of like this, Doc. Nearly dropped glue in my eye a few months ago. Glasses, it would have fallen right in my eye. What the hell were you gluing that it was over your eye? Oh my God, Wayne. That's not good. You would have had to go to the hospital for that one. And then I don't know. Oh God, they must use something. Put something on it and I had to peel it off. Oh, geez. Enforced Brazilians don't really cut when nurses. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to explain that one, how you managed to glue that together. Laura woke up at 1 a.m. for a live stream and fell asleep. It's okay to sleep if you're sleepy. That's right, it is, Pinky. Well, it was this morning. Sarah was on this morning. Yeah, that's what it was. I was watching and I was chatting, and that was it. I was out because I was up so early and I was, waiting and doing some work on the computer. And don't ask Laura. Stupidity, I guess. Oh, Jesus, Wayne. Well, thank God the glasses were on. Because, like I said, they'd have to put some kind of like cleansing something in your eye, and then they'd probably have to peel it off of there. And I don't think that would be a really great experience. Hopefully, we never have to experience something like that. I mean, I've glued fingers together. So I always have acetone on hand, because I have straight acetone for removal of nail polish. And so thank God I had. Then you just keep putting that on there and it takes it off. But I couldn't imagine. Like you said, touching your eyelid or poor Leanne or mouth. How did you manage that one, Leanne, is what I want to know. Did you have it on your finger? You touched your lip, or? I don't know. 6:55 here in Indiana. I've been through Indiana. Sarah was on, and 2 hours in my head landed. So I guess I need to say, oh, God. You passed. I did that last time. passed out, smacked my head on the mic. I said, okay, I got to go to sleep, back to sleep. It's just not good. With super glue, you have about 3 seconds before it sets. Yeah. Problem with me is I go in feet first with things. Oh, I do too, Wayne. Sometimes you just have to, but then you bitch yourself out. Why didn't I think of that before I did that? You kind of beat yourself up. Same thing like when Bill's in the garage and he's grinding on stuff, and I'm like, Bill, man, where's the safety glasses? Where's the gloves? And he goes, I know. So if you're still lurking, Bill, I used to bitch about. You got no mask on. I had another friend who passed away a while back. God rest him. He beautiful artist. He was also a musician. His band is still roaming around. His band was called Mutt Farm. I don't know if anybody in my area would probably heard of them. But he was a wood carver and painter, and it wasn't his passion. It was just his way of making money. Music was his passion, but we'd come up on him, and he'd be in a cloud of sawdust and paint fumes, and I'd bitch, Mark, where the hell are your masks? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And he smoked and all that. Well, unfortunately, he ended up with lung cancer, and that's how he passed away. Laura Donna says you've done a good job with that miniature. Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you. Thank you. It's 20 degrees outside and cold. Yeah, Fawn, it's cold here too. I don't even know. Oh, geez, really? I think it's back to 2 below. Yep, back to 2 below. Supposed to go down to 8 below tonight. Oh, no, wait, I'm a big fat liar. It's supposed to go down to 11 below. And then warm up to 19 degrees tomorrow morning. Woohoo! I stuck my fingers together, and liquid will sometimes melt super glue. So I put the saliva on my finger, and oh God, it got stuck to her lip instead. And then how did you get that apart? Yeah, cold and nasty and windy. And so Fawn, yeah, I know how you're feeling. It's just, ugh. And it won't go away. Is Ace taking off? Is Ace leaving us? I mean, I've had it where the tube has busted. It's all over my hand. Ugh. And you hurry up, you try to get it off, and yeah, don't take much. Doesn't take much for it to get all over. It's just a hot mess. So I try not to use super glue. And half the time, the stuff that I'm using it on, it doesn't work anyway. So, or I find using, the craft glue works a hell of a lot quicker. The same thing with the Gorilla Glue and the Gorilla Tape. Yeah. The only thing it probably sticks to is a Gorilla because I'm not impressed at all. But that's just me. So that's why I was worried about doing the Flying Dutchman model, because I didn't know what kind of glue it was going to come with. Because if anybody has done models over the years, the model glue is just horrendous. You get stoned off of it. It makes you sick. So I was happy to see that this one, there's no glue. Of course, first time with the metal tabs, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this works out. But I've thought about doing other models as well. But we'll see. And if it has to do with the glue, then I'll use something else. I won't use the model glue. I'll just have to figure it out, because I don't want to end up with brain damage. I'm brain damaged enough using modeling glue. Pinky, stay quiet about your weather. Ozzy, I could change Laura's if I could. Oh, geez, I know. We're just gonna have to suck it up. But it's causing other issues. No glue. Wow. Yeah, James, it's all metal, little tiny, tiny metal tabs that you insert into the other piece, you twist and then flatten out. So we're gonna see. Are you doing a model of a building, Laura? Oh no, that's the one I've just finished. Fawn, the one there on camera. The next one, she wasn't in here when I showed what we're doing next. This is what's next. The Flying Dutchman. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. And my very first all metal. I've never done a ship either. So it'll be my first ship, my first metal model. So we get to go through the insanity together. It's going to be worth it because it's freaking cool. I mean, look at that. It's just going to be the coolest thing. And then what I do with it after, I don't know. I'll have to find a place to put it. I'll have to, I don't know, maybe put up some more shelves, I guess. Come on, Laura. Don't you want to burn your brain cells out with some model glue? No, I don't. I've done many a ship. Oh, have you, Mark? Okay, is the challenge worth it? Come on, tell me, is the challenge worth it? Have you done, Mark, have you done metal? This one's all metal. Me and my cousins got high off a nail polish. It was so strong. Oh my God, really? Yeah, you back in the days. I what God was it? 70s, early 80s, when I would do models and the glue was just horrendous. In fact, my pride and joy is a 120s Titanic. I put one end of it almost as long as tall as I am. Wow. Oh wow. You still have that, right? I would love to see a photograph of that. Some metal, but mostly plastic or wood. Okay. So yeah, this is my first metal. I mean, all the other ones, models I've done is just plastic. Because most models were plastic, but this is the very first all metal. So I'll see how it looks when it's done, and then I'm going to customize it because I want to add things to it to make it look a little bit more authentic. Where do you find the metal? I got this on Amazon. Fumes off a nail polish is kind of strong. I don't know. I never really, because I used to do fingernails. So I used to smell, maybe that's what used to be wrong with me. I don't know. All that nail polish. I spent an entire paycheck on it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure it cost a pretty penny. Because you know how it is. The larger the model, the more it is. Because there is the truth behind Laura's having a sniffing modeling glue. No, that's just naturally me. I don't need anything extra. It was more expensive than my last car. Yeah, I believe it. I totally believe it. Now, there's a couple of like castles and stuff that I wanted to do, but when I seen the price, I'm like, oh, forget that. I can't afford that kind of crap. I'm trying to pay off computer and stuff to do the show. Never mind spend money on that shit. So all of these that I've gotten have been gifts. So it's I've lucked out. But the one there that's on the desk there, that's the last one that I had. And I purchased the ship, which wasn't too bad. And that's my father asked me today. He goes, "So what are you gonna do with these? You gonna sell them?" I said, "Well, maybe I might have to. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to wait until I can afford to put pennies together to buy another one." This one should take a little while. It does say 10 hours, but seeing that it's my first one of this kind, it's probably gonna take a little while. Because I'm gonna have to just really take my time. I'm used to doll houses and stuff like that. This I've never done, so it's gonna take a little longer. Okay, Lauren, everyone, I'm headed off now to have a wonderful night and much. Thanks for hanging out with us, Fawn. I appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you again. You have a great night. Yeah, I could never stand the smell of modeling glue. And that's actually when I do remember switching over when I did the other models long ago. I would use super glue instead. I started trying to use the model glue and it was just horrific. Even though, my dad would hook up a fan and stuff for me for ventilation, it was just rotten. The best way to just do those outside. That's actually the best way to do them. But then, not everybody's got their craft shop or whatever, outside. And my shop is really enclosed, so and that's why I set up this extra table here in the studio. It gives me more room to do what I got to do. But I'm psyched. So this one, no glue. So maybe I'll be hooked after this one. Then we'll have to go for the bigger ones. Yeah. My husband just looks at me and shakes his head. Then I showed my father the instructions for this one today. He's like, "Oh, geez." I'm like, "I know." So that's why I need the extra magnifying light so I can see the instructions. I mean, the one magnifier I have is great, but I'm going to need something that's going to be overhead and gives me that extra light and the magnifying power to see what the hell I'm doing. So it should be interesting. When I start it, I want to be able to do it live so you guys could be there and see the insanity as it is unboxed. I love starting new modeling projects. It's a great feel. Oh, it's exciting because you're like, all right, let's see what we can do here. Like I said, you're gonna have moments. Everybody has moments. It's like, what the? Why am I doing this? My husband has no patience whatsoever, so I could see him smashing it with a hammer and throwing it out the window. Just like when he sees me do the little house stuff, and he just walks by and shakes his head. He thinks I'm crazy. I'm sure your husband can stand over you with a flashlight. Yeah, no, he don't want to be bothered. He's doing his own thing. I do mine. And I just close the door and lose myself in the world of miniatures. You gotta run. Bye, Laura. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Rock and roll, especially. Thanks, Jethro. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate seeing you. Hey, I don't even know who's playing who's playing in the game. It's Super Bowl, right? Who the hell's playing? Don't even know. Of course, I've got friends that are. Oh, there we go. I just said that, and voila, Google pops it up. The Seahawks and the Patriots. Is that what it is? I think that's what it said. It disappeared real quick. Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 different lights. Well, the studio's dark because of lighting for the show, on Wednesdays. But when I do the models, I have like 3 lights and Patriots and Seahawks. Okay, thanks, Ozzy. But I need this extra I need the extra light with the magnifier on it. So I gotta have it like right there in my face. So I can see what the hell I'm doing. James says I've heard some models just by overpainting them, you need to know when to leave it. Yeah. See, well, the same thing like with this stuff, the houses. I was thinking, oh, let me add this, let me add that. And then I'm thinking, I go, well, you know what? And you always got to remember, less is better. It's see 9-0 Seahawks. Oh, okay. So Wayne's keeping us posted. I might do a little bit more on my HMS hood model after this. I'm inspiring Mark. We want to see photos. Well, see, doing these again, because I haven't done any large scale models in years. And like I told you, I want to redo the one I did for my niece when she was little. I got to wait till my son comes over because the thing weighs a ton. It's going to take the both of us to carry it back upstairs. I'll have to set it up. And that's actually going to be about a year's worth of work if I strip it and redo it and do it in like a gothic, scary style. So that means everything's going to be stripped down and redone. But that it's making me want to do it. So that's going to be a little while. I got to finish the little stuff first, and then once I haul that up here, I won't have room for anything else because it will take up the whole table. And then I'll have to go dig out the huge tote that I've got with all of the paints and everything. Oh, God. I have old pictures of my model. Yeah, you need to post them so that we can see. Donna's watching it on her phone. She's a Patriots fan, so I'm supporting Seahawks. Wayne, he's such a snot. Oh, good, she's a football girl. All right. Oh, Jethro, go Seahawks. Okay. I don't watch either one of them, so I know nothing about them. Pinky said, our courier almost accidentally delivered 4 big rolls of internet cabling. And I'm like, it's not mine. What the hell would you be doing? That's what I'd say. What the hell would I be doing with this? Don't drop that stuff off here. Where could we post art, Laura? Well, I mean, you've got a YouTube channel. Upload the pictures there. We can go there and check it out. I'm trying to think of other ways that you could be able to post. Because you have a handle name, so you've got a channel page. Just upload pictures there, so we could go check it out. Yeah, Pinky, I love to wind her up. I'm a Rams fan myself. He gets her all riled up. And then we hear a large smack. Jay says, oh, yeah, we have channels. Yeah. So just put them there and put a notice out. Hey, I put the model pictures up so we can go look at them. Or you could do Discord, which I know nothing about. That's true, Pinky. They get to Discord. Oh, they could post them on mine, couldn't they, Pinky? I don't know. That's terrible. Go Seahawks. F the Patriots. Uh-oh, Seahawks fan. I don't know who's better. I don't. Most of the people that I know like the Steelers. And then I've got another friend who likes the she likes Buffalo Bills. Is that what they're called? Yeah. Patriots are not allowed to get another ring till the Steelers do. Oh. Yeah, most of my uncles, they like the Steelers. I'm the same. Forgot. I have a channel. It's empty. Yeah, just put them on there. Put pictures on there. Or like Pinky said, you could post them in Discord. And I'd have to go find them. Oh, Leanne likes the Seahawks. Hi, Sarah. How's it going? Best thing about the Super Bowl is the food. Yeah, that's what it is. Everybody has these big, huge parties. I'm sure most of my friends, are having Super Bowl parties. We don't get invited because they know we don't watch, so we don't. We would just show up for the food, and my husband would eat, and we'd leave. So that's kind of rude, so we don't go. Super Bowl. Are you guys having Super Bowl parties? Are you guys got food and stuff like that? I know Steph says she messaged me. She's at a Super Bowl party, so she's getting loaded and filling up. I see you can go to Laura's main YouTube page and you could go to visit community and put them there. Oh yeah, you could do that too. Thank you, Pinky. That's why Pinky's a mod. She knows. She knows what's going on. She's such a hard and dedicated mod. She does. You do a great job. No party here, just an excuse to eat and drink. Oh, okay, that's great. We'll fill it up. Well, see, my plan was today was also to do Joan's show, and we were thinking about having drinks and all of this and that. But like I said, all chaos broke out here, and that didn't happen. Laura needs a snowplow to get to the party. Laura needs a miracle. I need a miracle. I try my best. That's all we can ask, Pinky, and you do a great job. So yeah, no parties here. My husband's doing his thing on the computer in the other room. And I figured, well, I owed you guys the miniature to show you the finished product. So I just hit the live button. I figured, what the hell, right? And then I set up for tomorrow's morning brew. So we're just going to have to just make the coffee, and I'll do it in a big vat so I can dip my feet in it. Keep us warm. We got the heat going, but geez, this kind of below zero weather, it doesn't make a difference. It's just cold. And the part that really sucks is I take the dog out and she wants to play around in the yard. And I'm like, I don't think so. Do your business and get the hell back in here. I'm standing there freezing to death. I can't leave her out there by herself because she doesn't shut her mouth up. And here in the village we live in, the dogs aren't allowed to bark. Because if a neighbor gets annoyed by the barking dog, they call the police and you get a ticket. And then you have to pay a fine. And I think it's effing ridiculous. It's a dog. That's what they do. But some brilliant touch hole made up the rule that the dogs can't bark. So I've got to stand there and monitor her. And my dog will bark at air. So she's a shepherd. What are you going to do? That's what they do. Unlike my neighbor, when his dog likes to bark at 3:00 in the morning. Now I can understand the reason for calling the police, but it doesn't last long. I know I try not to make any waves, but the other day I took the dog out and his dog was out and it was already barking. So that gets my dog barking. So here I am yelling out into the yard, shut the hell up, the both of you. And I told Athena, now go potty. And then if my neighbor comes outside, forget it. My dog goes bananas and I got to bring her in because she hates his guts. I don't know what it is. He's never done nothing to him. She just doesn't like him. And good Lord, does she get that mouth running. Sarah says, "Oh gosh, shepherds are the best." She is. I tell you, you can't fart past our house without her knowing it. She is right to that window. And she investigates it. My father calls her the cop because she checks every inch of everything, including people. It's just but they do bark a lot. She really doesn't, unless I'm not out there, then she'll get a little carried away and then I gotta go out there and tell her to shut it. But she'll stand in the driveway and bark at the cars going by. I'm like, really? Because we don't have a gate up there. I'm gonna have to put a gate up or something just to. But then her little smart ass will sit on the top step out back and then look around the side of the house and bark. So even if I had a gate up, she's just too damn smart. A detective Shepherd. Yeah, she's on it. She knows when somebody's in our driveway. She knows it before we do. She ended up breaking the screen on our porch door because she poked her head through it because she had to bark at somebody. So yeah, now I got to repair that this coming summer. And it's not like a new door where you could just replace the screen window. It's an old, because the house is over 100 years old, so it's an old screen door where I have to take the door apart because the screen goes in between the wood pieces. And it's a big pain in the cheeks, I'll tell you. And yeah, I've got to replace that because she poked a hole through the bottom. So that's something I got to look forward to. Well, get it all done without breaking anything. And to replace it is a big pain too because none of the doors here are standard door sizes. So it has to be a custom done door. Because, God forbid, back in the old days, it was, well, back then it was normal size. Every door in my house is a different size because they just didn't do it all uniform back in those days, I guess. So yeah, it can be a big pain in the ass. But she always has to be, chained up because otherwise she'll take off. She'll go chasing after something. She's done it. So she's always got to be hooked up. Otherwise, she's a great girl. Bit sad when your dog isn't allowed to bark and you get fined. I mean, I get it if it's continuous, but that's crazy. Yeah, what it was, we had an elderly woman that lived next door who was also suffering from dementia and she had some other ailments. And I used to sit and visit with her and talk with her, and she'd talk with my mom because my mom had just started dementia. So she knew who we were. And she knew we had the dog, and she loved the dog. Well, my dog was out there, and she was barking, but not excessively. She was only out there maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 tops. And the next thing I know, later that night, somebody knocks at my door. And I'm like, oh, who is it? And police. I'm like, serious? I'm thinking, oh, shit, what the hell's the matter? I said, okay, wait a minute. I got to put my dog up because my dog doesn't like anybody in uniform. And I opened the door and I said, yeah, what's going on? And he told me that he got a complaint from a neighbor about my dog excessive barking. It was out there barking for an hour. And I looked at him. I said, are you kidding me? I said, well, gee, I know who it was. I said, my dog wasn't out there for no hour. She was out there for like 15 minutes. And I said, and is she sure it was my dog? Because there's 4 other dogs in the neighborhood. And we're all close by. And she says, well, she said it was a German Shepherd. I said, yeah, because it's the only dog she knows in the neighborhood. So, of course, he just wanted to give me a warning. No, she had to be a real, CUNT. No, you give her a ticket. So I got a ticket and I had to go to court. And, when I walked in, the judge goes, well, I've never seen you before. I go, no, because I don't break the law. And I told her what happened. And I said, this is ridiculous. And she goes, forget it. She goes, go home. So I got away with, not having to pay anything. But after that, when the lady was outside, I let her know that I knew it was her because the dog barked once, and I said, "Oh, you better shut up before the old bitch next door turns us into the cops." I know that was not nice, but I was mad because he told me even though if it happened again, he would have to come back and give me another ticket. So yeah, your dog isn't. What are you supposed to do? Duct tape the dog's mouth shut? It's a dog. That's nature. They're allowed to bark, but apparently in our village they're not. Yeah, true. We live in the back terrace house, and the people that live the back of us have three dogs always barking. Yeah, no, I could see, yeah, because I told him, I said, I can't stand that. So I wouldn't allow my dog to do that. And I actually went out and bought a shock collar just in case to prove the fact that I was going to curtail an issue. But I told him, I said, I'm not going to use it. I said, because I think that's animal abuse. Why should I electrocute my dog just to shut her up to make that old cranky lady next door happy? But not to mention the fact that she fed every stray animal in the country on her porch, which brought in groundhogs and all that stuff. They ate all of my landscaping. Who's going to replace all of that? So, I had a beef with her too. Silly woman. What a nut job. People just want an excuse to get angry and act like fools. Yeah, I'm thinking, oh my God, here I thought she was, a friend of ours, being friendly and feeling nice. And then she's trying to get me in trouble. I'm thinking, why, you old witch. So I said, that's all right. And she heard me too when I said, well, you better shut up. You don't want that old bitch next door to turn us into the cops again. Well, thank God she's not there no more because the guy selling the house, so he threw everybody out. So she had to move. Oh, that sounds about right, Laura. Yeah, I mean, it's, right. It's always the old lady who overfeeds the wild. Yeah, every cat in the village, she left food out for them because the poor things, the poor things. Yes, I feel sorry for them too, but you leave food out like that, and it attracts the skunks and rats. And she ended up attracting a groundhog or whatever the hell you want to call that thing. Ended up making holes in my yard, almost killed my lilac tree. I managed to save that, but all of the other flowers that I just planted, he ate those. This is hundreds of dollars of landscaping in my garden, and I was furious. I'm thinking, okay, who's going to reimburse me for that loss? Because she wants to play Wild Kingdom. Well, the landlord didn't know she was doing this. And then he started questioning because he was getting holes and stuff in the property. And this guy is super anal about his garden. And I go, it's the old lady. She's feeding this stupid animal. And he was pissed. I said, I think it's living under your porch. Being an old lady doesn't give her the right to be mean, spiteful. Yeah. So the food's gone. It's all cleaned out. So yeah, I know Wild King. I was Wild King. I feed the squirrels. I feed the birds. You know, um, I think we have a cat that's living in our bike shed. I let it stay there because it's freaking cold out there. And when they had kittens, I was putting food out there, but I would, make sure it was gone and then pick it up. She was leaving it out on the porch 24/7, and it was attracting all kinds of critters and costing me money. And so now I've got to replant all these plants. Morning to you, Miss Raven. I'm sorry to laugh, but that was fun. It is, it is. It was Wild Kingdom, and I was furious. I had just planted my black rose bush, and it was full of flowers, and my husband caught this stupid little fur ball eating lunch at the buffet, and he goes, "Oh, you're dead. She's going to kill you." Oh, yeah. I said, "I'll wait out in the yard with a bow." Shoot it with an arrow. I said, because I've had it. But then I found this spray that I use on the plants now, and it's got like hot peppers in it. It smells horrendous, but it keeps them away from the plants, so it works. I'm back. Shower took me a bit longer than expected. Oh, that hot water felt good, huh, Mr. Prism? Hey, Pinky, not really even waking up so much. Did you at least get a few hours in of rest, Raven? So she's ready to rock and roll tonight. She's gonna be up late. Yeah, eating at the buffet. It is. It's almost like a buffet. Ring the bell. She just put in new flowers. That's what I should have an English garden in my backyard. Gladiolas, everything. They're all gone. The little furry bastard ate every bulb. Tulips, everything. They're all gone. I have 2 rose bushes left. Some peonies, and what the hell else? And that's it. It ate everything else. So now I've got to replace all of that stuff. Yeah, it came out red as a lobster. That's a good shower. Yeah. I love it when it's hard. What is a furry bastard? The groundhog. And not to mention the fact making holes in my lawn. But I found, the main tunnel was under my lilac tree. And I'm thinking, oh, you little, you furry little bastard, you ain't killing my tree. So I filled it full of mothballs, plugged it back up. For crying out loud, we had a possum in our backyard that scared the living bejesus out of me. My husband found it in the wood pile. It was a baby, and I'm thinking, oh my God, where did that come from? I said, well, it's a baby, so mama's got to be around here somewhere. It disappeared later that day, so mama must have came back and picked it up. So, but yeah, you don't expect to find a possum in your wood pile. Not where I live. I says, well, I'm not sitting out by the bonfire until I know that little shit's gone, because even though I know they're usually more afraid of you than you are, but they got those sharp little teeth. And then they say, oh, they're great to have in the yard. They eat the bugs. I don't care. I don't want it in my yard. I thought you meant a boar. No, it was a groundhog. A big fat one. And it's big and fat because they ate all my flowers. Do you have trash pandas too? Oh, you're meaning raccoons? Yes, we do. I love raccoons. But we don't have any problems with raccoons because we don't leave garbage and stuff out. But they were probably snacking on her porch too, because like I said, she left dishes of cat food out there. And raccoons and skunks, they love cat food. Michael would put white phosphorus in mole holes. His cows would break legs when they stepped into them. Yeah, that's a good idea though, because I couldn't figure out what the hell. And I looked up online, they told me to use mothballs. So I bought mothballs, filled the hole with the mothballs, and then filled it with dirt. And it worked for a while. But now that she's gone and there's no food source, I don't think it'll. And it was, like I said, I think it was living under the porch next door. We haven't seen it. So it might have went elsewhere. Who knows? So yeah, I can understand why your uncle would hate him, because Harry, you're trying to mow your lawn, and then your foot falls into a hole. You snap your ankle. Yeah. And then you got to go out there, with a weapon of some kind to take it out. The trash pandas are so cute. Yeah, the raccoons around here, we have are smart. They will actually untie the garbage bag, pick out what they want, and walk away. Little smart asses. Oh, actually, I saw a baby one last fall. I have an alleyway that's between me and the house next door. It's our alleyway, and I have berry bushes in there and stuff. And I was out on the porch waiting for a package to come, and I seen this little raccoon come out. I'm thinking, oh, how cute. And I'm thinking, oh, shit. I hope he ain't living under my porch. It disappeared. So I don't know. They might have just been passing through. We used to have an albino one in the village. And it was my husband thought it was a dog, and then he goes, "Oh shit, no, it's actually it was a skunk, an albino skunk." When he realized it was a skunk, he stayed away because he didn't want to get sprayed. But it's very rare when you see an albino skunk. We have bin chickens. Oh, is that what you call them instead of trash pandas? I once visited him when he did that. It was so weird to see a thick smoke coming out of all the mole holes. Yeah, it must have been interesting. But that's the thing. That's how you find them. Hello, stopping by to say I'm still not well. I had to stop and say hello and leave my life. Oh, thank you, Cree. I appreciate it. I hope you feel better. I hope we all feel better. This was just a last spur of the minute thing. I needed my spirits lifted. And what better way to do it than to hang out with my crew? Get some rest. Cree overdoes it. I get it. You're the only one. They all depend on you, but you got to have downtime. Tell them, figure it out. Figure it out. Today's my day off. I hope you feel better too, Laura. Oh, thanks, Ozzy. I need prayers and a miracle, guys. Prayers and a miracle. That's what I need. And I need this weather to warm up. Have you seen a possum with all its babies hanging on? It's horrible. It's scary. It is. So that's why I'm thinking, oh my God, we got this baby possum in here. And I'm thinking, okay, where's the rest of them and where's mama? Like, you don't want to go touch the woodpile because you don't want to. I mean, I don't. They pass out when they get scared, but then you don't know if it's gonna bite you. So my husband got blasted with the hose. I'm thinking, oh geez, the poor little thing ran. I go, well, leave it. It's a baby. Leave it. Mama will come back and get it the hell out of here. And she did. She came and got it. And he must have fell off. I don't know what the hell was going on. They stopped by a visit. I don't know. They must have spent the night in the woodpile. So I'm going to change that up this spring. I'm going to restack it in a different spot and kind of cover it up so that they don't come and, rent a room. It's bad enough you got to put up with spiders in the woodpile, and I don't want to find possums there. Mr. Prism likes possums. Yeah, they're cute as long as they're not in my yard. I love all wildlife. As long as it's not hanging out. Well, the deer can come and hang out. I don't mind the deer. But I don't want anything that's going to attack or bite me. New Zealand possums will spit at you and hiss and growl if you go near their trees. Really? Okay. I don't know really much about them. I know, yeah, they pass out from fear, and they'll play dead. Like I said, if you got the babies are involved, you don't know. I mean, it's probably like any other mama. She's probably gonna come after you. So I just want to leave them alone. And then when we checked later that night, there was nothing. They were gone. So she must have came back and got him. And that's the first time I've ever seen one in the village. We're used to seeing skunks and raccoons, the normal, squirrels, rabbits, stuff like that. But it was the first time that I saw, like I said, the mole, because they're not normally in this way. They're more further out, in the country. Possums are cute as long as you don't look at them. Yeah. Well, just like skunks are adorable, and they really are, but I don't want to be sprayed. Yeah, they do. They eat all the ticks, which is great. We don't have that problem in our yard though. No tick infestation in the yards. Needs to go, out into the forest where they can snack all they want. I have a weird thing for loving ugly things. Oh, well, no, they're really not ugly. They're just until they show their teeth. That's scary. Well, a lot of people don't like bats. I think bats are cute. They're adorable. I don't want it on me, but so do turkey. Turkeys are hilarious. I think they're just the funniest things. I have a lot of wild turkey here. Yeah, we've got them all up. Like the one cemetery that I love to go to. It's one of our local cemeteries, and it's like the wild kingdom up there because you've got everything. And we go up there and we sit and watch all the wildlife, and the turkeys will go running across. They're just the funniest. It's the goofiest bird. And then we get the Canadian geese, which are beautiful but nasty little buggers. Unless you got food, then you're your best friends. We had a family of them up there, and we would go every night, grab coffee, and go up there and sit by the pond that's in the cemetery. The cemetery has three huge ponds, and then we'll go back. We feed the fish, and then we'll feed the deer and the birds and all that. And then the Canadian geese would show up, and they had a family. It was a bunch of babies with them, and they got to where they recognized my husband, and they would come automatically, jump, get in the pond, swim across, and come up, run right up to him because it's the man with the bread, or the corn or whatever we had that day. And the parents would just stand there and watch him. But it was, it's that guy, get him. And it's really funny when you bring up the nuts and stuff like that for the squirrels, because the squirrels will be some serious little fighters, especially the little red ones. They're little tiny things, but boy, when they want something, they'll fight to get it. And every time we see a wild turkey on the road, I always make the joke, "Oh, look, dinner! If you time it just right." But we never hit them. It's just the goofiest birds. And then the ducks up here, when we go to the lake, the ducks they'll come right up and eat out of your hand, which drives Athena insane because she wants to get on them so bad. She just sits there and watches them. Oh, what is that? And then the duck will be bitching because she's up on the land where they want to come. So it's actually very comical. Actually, I think I took a video last year of that. We have a family of magpies living down the road in a tree, and they are so nice. If you are good to them, but don't piss them off. Oh, yeah, because won't they attack you? Right here, actually, in our own art, we have a lot of blue jays and cardinals. And hummingbirds, if you have the right flowers out, we'll get a lot of hummingbirds. But the cardinals are really nice. And then in the summer months, we get mourning doves, which I love. Nothing more wonderful than waking up to the smell of lilacs and the sound of mourning doves. It's very, very peaceful. So we luck out with that. So I always have like all kinds of bird feeders and stuff out. I have a huge bag of bird seed and stuff in the hallway, and fill it up for them. Of course, the squirrels too. The squirrels love to empty it out because they're greedy, grubby little stinkers. I've pretty much domesticated a family of crows and a whole flock of chickens. Oh, that's so cool. I love it when you can get them to the point where they'll eat out of your hand. Will they eat out of her hand? Like I have a friend of mine that lives about an hour or two away from us, and they're out further in the country. So I always say she's got like a whole herd of deer that show up at her house and they feed them. And she's out there every morning before she goes to work and every night when she comes home. And they show up for, their meal. And I said, have they ate out of your hand yet? And she goes, nope, not yet. They've been there a couple years, but they still haven't gotten to the point where they will come up and eat out of her hand. The crows sometimes do. Oh, that's cool. I think crows are amazing birds. Oh, good question. Do they bring her tokens? Awesome. So I told my friends, so what you need to do is just put a chair out in the yard and just go out there every day and sit and have an apple or something in your hand and just leave it flat out so that they could see it and have access to it. And eventually they'll come and take it. I had success with the jackdaws. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they're all very similar. They are very clever. I just love the way they look too. They're so smart. They showed her where their stash is. Oh, that's neat. That is freaking neat. We also have those little chickadee birds, the little tiny ones, and I have a bird condo out in the backyard for them. So we get to they get to move in and we get to see them raise their little families. So it's adorable. Cute little tiny birds. But I enjoy the cardinals. They're just so pretty. And actually, it's funny. You guys would just laugh your asses off every time I'm up at my friends and we stay at the lake house. They've got flowers up there that attract the hummingbirds, and you'd think that I would remember this, but no. So I'll be sitting out there, and the little feathery bastard gets me every time. I'll be sitting there in the morning, got my coffee, I'm looking out at the water, and all of a sudden I hear this buzzing sound like a giant bug. So I'm like, oh my God. And then I see, I'm thinking, oh, you dummy, it's the hummingbird. And here I'm expecting this giant insect. No, it's a hummingbird. So, and it gets me every time. So yeah, you guys would laugh about that one. Because I laugh after the fact. I'm saying, oh, you stupid ass. It's the bird. Good night, James. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we've been on for a while. I probably should let you guys go and do your thing. We had goldfinch last summer. It was the first for me. Oh, nice. I love that when we can discover I love going up on the mountain too because then we get to see the eagles. And it's just if you go up there at the right time, you'll see a whole flock of them all together, and it's actually pretty amazing. They're huge birds. My God, are they huge? But it's rare. Um, and this year we've had so many sightings of moose up there, and I've missed it every time because I haven't been able to go up there, which really makes me angry because I haven't seen a moose since I was 10 years old. And this year it was amazing. The sightings was just amazing. So good night, James. You have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. So yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys get going so you can enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'm gonna go do my thing. And but I want to thank everybody for showing up and hanging out with me and help my spirits. And thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. And hopefully my miracle will come. I just got my fingers crossed, and I just ask you guys to keep me in your prayers. Uh, and hopefully things will turn out for the best. That's all I can. That's all I can hope for. Yeah, I love animals too, Mr. President. They are wonderful. James says my sister is. Oh, Jesus. As long as the bird doesn't poop on my head, I'm okay. But if a bird does, and she's getting dished. Well, it's supposed to be good luck. They had my sister once. She got pooped on. She's like crying. I go, it's supposed to be good luck. It'll wash out. Hey, Julie. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody have a great night. And yeah, I'll be going live in the morning. So if you guys want to hang out and chat over coffee, you know where to find us. Until then, guys, you have a great night. And thanks again. I appreciate all of you. You guys are the best.